Before we begin, welcome to Voice of the Past TV, the place where forgotten history comes back to life. If you love deep, dark stories the world tried to bury, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who loves real history. Now listen carefully, because this is a story they never taught you in school. In the early 1800s, a powerful African city rivaled many capitals in Europe. Its streets were perfectly planned, its walls were massive, even longer than the Great Wall of China. Its people were skilled artists, traders, and warriors. This city was called Benin City. For centuries, Benin was incredibly rich not just in gold and ivory, but in culture, law, and social order. European visitors who arrived in the 1600s wrote that Benin was cleaner and far more organized than London was at the time. Its king commanded a huge, disciplined army, and the city was a hub of sophisticated trade. But what happened next would erase its greatness from world memory. In 1897, British soldiers arrived at Benin's gates not to trade, but to conquer. What followed was not a battle. It was a punishment expedition. The city was systematically burned to the ground. Homes were destroyed. Sacred temples were looted. Thousands of people were killed or displaced. Their society shattered in just a few days. Then came the Great Theft. Over 4,000 priceless artworks, known today as the Benin Bronzes, were stolen and shipped to Europe. These were not just decorations. They were Benin's history books, cast in metal. They told the stories of their kings, their gods, their traditions. They were the soul of a civilization older than many nations today. The British sold these artworks to museums and private collectors, using the money to pay for the invasion that destroyed the city. And then, they did something even worse. They rewrote the story. They started a narrative that Africa had no real civilization, no art, no history worth mentioning. They painted Benin as a savage kingdom that needed to be civilized. For over 100 years, these stolen treasures sat behind glass in foreign museums, while the descendants of Benin were told their grand past never even existed. But history has a voice, and today, that voice is getting louder. Some museums are finally starting to return what was stolen, acknowledging the crime. But the damage, the century of silence, the cultural erasure, can never be fully undone. This isn't just the story of Benin City. It's the story of many civilizations whose greatness was deliberately buried so that others could